offense to 105 yards rushing, you're going to say, we win the game. You did, but Lamar beat you throwing the ball. You walk to the middle of the field, you shake his hand, say, good job, son, good luck, stay healthy, hopefully we see you down the road. That's what you do. I want to play for a guy like John Harbaugh because we've seen it before. A guy needs 2 yards to get 100 yards rushing. They put him back in the game, he gets the yard. A guy needs a catch to keep a streak alive. They put him in the game and they let him get it. They've always done this. If you didn't want them, you wanted them to take a knee, why are you trying to score with 10 seconds left? You should be mad at your quarterback, Drew Lock, because he had the running back right over the ball, wide open for a touchdown, and he threw it to the guy that was covered. So be mad at Drew Lock. Don't be mad at John Harbaugh. So I got no problem with John Harbaugh is under no obligation to take a knee. They do that. Skip, we getting victory formation. That's like, we choose to do that. Safety of the game, don't worry about that. Just play. Until the officials blow the whistle, they're 0-0, you play the game. You relax, that's you. I'm glad they got it. Yeah, that means something. 43 straight games with at least 100 yards. That's over three seasons.
Tied the Pittsburgh Steelers record.
Yeah, get that. And I hope they get it again.
Okay, I basically agree with everything you just said, but it gave me pause. It knocked me back in my seat to hear Vic Fangio, who's been doing this for 37 years in this league, take that kind of shot at an organization for which I have the highest regard.
Yeah.
The Ozzie Newsome run Baltimore Ravens.
And they're going to always do what's, trust me, I was in that organization.
You were there.
And guess what, Skip? If there's another record come up, guess what? John Harbaugh is going to put the guys in position to go get it. So anybody else that's going to be mad, go ahead and get mad now because they're going to do it.
Vic Fangio coached for the Ravens for 4 years. And 2 of those years, the last 2, were the first 2 years that John Harbaugh was the head coach. So he knows of what he speaks from the inside out.
Yes.
He knows, he was there, he lived it. That's what took me aback was he said, I thought it was kind of BS. I expected it from them. He says, 37 years of pro ball, I've never seen anything like that. That's a mouthful coming from that guy. But it was to be expected. So the reporter said, expected how? And he said that player safety for them is secondary. Really? Player safety is secondary. So they don't value the players at all?
You know, they value the player, but they value the player's his opinion. Bro, what you need? Oh, you need 5 yards to get this? Oh, good, and then get it.
Okay.
Oh, you need what you need? You need another tackle? To get what? How much you gonna make? You get $25,000 if you get this tackle. Get it and get it.
Okay.
That's how they operate.
Okay. So to your point, Lamar had a back issue last week, and there were a couple of days when I didn't think he was even going to be able to play. So did effectively you put him at some risk, even though he was told just try to get the 5 that we need and go down?
Well.
Okay.
Sure.
And,
he's at risk of being in the game. He got a back issue. You could have hit him. You had ample enough time.
You
Skip,
did.
That wasn't the reason why you lost the game. The reason why you lost the game, you had 50. Skip, you didn't get mad at the 59-57. You got the last 3 seconds of the ball game. Okay. That's what you're upset about. That's not what cost you the game, Coach.
So Harbaugh says after the game that he thought he and Vic were on good terms. He said, we had a nice chat before the game. We've known each other for a long time. I promise you, I'm not going to give that insult a second thought. And knowing John, he won't give it a second thought. He will give Vic and his relationship with Vic a second thought because I think the bridge just got burned.
Skip, but you know how the Ravens operate.
Yep.
They do things the Ravens way. Play like a Raven. Be like a Raven.
Yep.
All that other stuff, we didn't concern with what they were talking about in Tennessee or anywhere else, Pittsburgh or Jacksonville. That was the Raiders. That didn't bother us.
Okay.
What permeated from our locker room? That's what it was us.
Okay. So where I agree with you is, what are the Baltimore Ravens? What's their identity now? Maybe not quite as much when you played. They run it down your throat. They take pride. They are going to establish the run and continue to pound away at you no matter what you do. You can put 12 men in the box. They are going to run the football.
But Skip, if you say, we're going to take away your run, if we take away something and you beat us with Your hand tied behind your back. Because this was only Lamar Jackson's second 300-yard passing in the regular season.
Okay.
He only has 3 on his resume. So we take away the run, Skip. We make Lamar beat us throwing the football. And you mad? He beat you in a way that you didn't think he could.
Well said. I agree. But in the end, as John Harbaugh is saying, I had to do this for our players and our coaches.
Yes!
Because he says this is something they'll have for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
Because that 43 consecutive 100-yard rushing games as a team, that's pretty special to me, because that's the Steelers from 74 to 77. It took them 3 years to do that.
Yeah,
and now
and the Buffalo Bills had like 35.
They did.
Those that was 74 through 76, something like that.
That was
OJ.
Yes.
What did they call it? The electric company. That was the Ronald McKenzie.
Ooh. So the point is, he says, I got to do this for us.
Yeah.
I'll risk Lamar. It's a 5% risk that maybe he gets banged up, or gets his back hurt or whatever.
Right.
I'm willing to risk that because this is for our identity. I need them to feel proud that we got to 43, and they got a great shot, I'm sure, to get to 44 and keep going.
Yes.
I don't know. They could set a record that'll never be broken.
Right.
Because that's who they are.
Right.
And as he concluded, what's meaningful to us might not be meaningful to Denver, because it's not meaningful to Denver. They don't care about that.
Skip, 93, my first year, make the All-Pro, we go into the Oakland Raiders. If we win the game, Skip, we win the division, they come to us in the wild card round. We lose, we go back to them. I need 100, if I'm not mistaken, 126 yards to get 1,000. Now, you know, back then, 1,000 yards for a tight end, that meant something because you ran the football. You didn't throw it like that.
Yep.
I had 121 at the half, 2 touchdowns, and didn't get a target in the second half.
Okay. And?
I lost $100,000.
Did you make your feelings known to anybody?
And guess what? I went back out the next week, caught 13, an NFL record, 13 for $156 and a touchdown.
In the wild card?
In the wild card game.
Okay.
So I went from 6 catches, 121 and 2 touchdowns in the first half, not another target. Come back out the next week, go 13 for $156 and a touchdown.
Did you let your head coach know your feelings?
Skip, it was, hey, I'm open. I'm gonna get the same amount of money. Throw me the ball. Hey, I never complain. People like, well, no, I didn't. I ain't complain. Hey, call this play for me, call that play for that. I ain't, you know what I can do. You see the work I put into practice.
Okay, well, clearly you didn't lose any respect for Mike Shanahan.
No, that wasn't Mike. That was Wade. Wade didn't even know about it.
That was Wade. Okay.
And John didn't know about it. John told me, said, why didn't you tell me? I said, bro, I ain't never asked you to throw me the ball.
Who was your coordinator?
Jim Fossil.
Ooh.
Jim did. I don't think Fossil knew. Maybe I don't think Fossil knew. Fossil wouldn't do that because he was the guy that put the offense. He built the offense around my skill set. So I know Fossil wouldn't do that. It happened. Okay, fine. It is what it is.
So somebody was at fault. John?
No, John didn't know. John, we were trying to win the game. But I'm just saying, put it like this here, Skip. We were up 17 points at the half. We lost in overtime. 33-30. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They could have kept feeding your boy.
And did you say anything to the media after the game?
Nope. Never said anything to them. I didn't talk about no catch. Hey, we won. We didn't play well. Shannon. No, I'm just, hey, I do what I do.
If your head coach had been Jim Harbaugh, do you think the result would be different?
I mean, Skip, you remember Jerry lost his consecutive game streak, and I don't think he's talked to Bill Callahan since. Jerry had a streak like 260-something games.
He did.
And they wouldn't throw him the ball because they had already had the victory. And Jerry just wanted the hits to keep the streak alive.
And they
wouldn't do it.
Yep.
Man, get that man that record. He earned that. I don't think anybody's going to get that record anyway. I don't think any receiver going to catch that record anyway.
Bill Callahan, old school.
Yeah.
Just win the game.
But like I said, Skip, I appreciate it. Because, Skip, I've been in teams such and such. The sports info, the guy would come, he needs this many yards for 100. Yep. He needs this many yards. Mike has put me back in the game. Well, Shannon needs this many yards. And I ended up going back in the game, and the guy, he threw the ball late and got it picked. From that point on, I said, forget it. If I got it, I got it. Dallas had 99 against Woody in 98. And Mike said, you want to go back in? I said, no, I'm good. Last time I did that, quarterback ended up getting picked. I'm done.
Against Darren Woodson.
Against Woody. I got Woody.
You showed the highlight.
No, that was in Baltimore. That was in 2000. I put it on Woody then. And then I got him again in 98.
Not many people put it on Woody.
I put it on Woody. Trust me, he won't come out here with no highlights. He'll put it on me. You don't have to worry about that, Skip.
Are you watching Mr. Woodson?
Woody, you ain't got to worry about that, Skip.
I'll bet there are highlights of pass breakups and Woody leveling Shannon Sharp.
Woody came in. I don't know if Woody was starting. Because back then in '92 when we played them, Skip, we almost beat them. That was the first year of the Super Bowl. We almost beat them. They got to drive the last second. We was winning. They got to drive the last second to end up beating us. I don't know if Woody was starting, but I was a fullback then, Skip.
I think he was starting in '92.
In '92, that was his first year.
Well, John didn't play.
No, that was what you call it. That was